Hi, this is Vikram and welcome to the second season of Fake It Till You Make It, the place where the food is amazing and the work is easy. Well, during this COVID pandemic, we've all been on social media and some of us have been tad liberal. And we often are told to travel because of that. They say, go to Pakistan. Well, since I'm not traveling in this pandemic and since I can't go to Pakistan, I am going to get Pakistan to me. Today we are going to cook the Peshawari ChapliKebab. These ChapliKebabs come from the Peshawar district in Pakistan. And there are 4,000 restaurants out there who make this. Different recipes, different tastes. And this recipe which I'm showing you is a mix of a few recipes so that you get the bang for the buck, which means you get as close to the real taste without, doing too much work. So I think we should just jump in right now and I'll show you how this is done. Well, this is a really easy recipe. All you have to do is make a kebab mix and then fry the patties. Well, don't worry about what the ingredients are and how much, because all of that is mentioned in the description below. And while you're going out there, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. We live on that stuff. So it's time to get cooking. So what I have here is a kilo of mutton keema. You can use any kind of keema. Originally in Pakistan, they used to use something I cannot mention, but here we have nice mutton. So we take the mutton in a nice bowl and have a nice and large bowl so you can put in some of the elbow grease to get it going. So I have some onions. I put in the onions. I put in a couple of spoons of garlic. There you go. There you go. And ginger. Now these are things you can tweak because some people like garlic more and some people like ginger more. I like all food, so that's why I'm so sexy. And then we have amchur, which is dried mango powder. This gives a nice tart flavor to it. So don't overdo it, but put a spoon in and sort of sprinkle it around, but don't worry about it because we're gonna mash it in, so it's fine. Then we have coriander powder, which gives it a nice freshness. What makes you, when you take a bite, you feel like, this is really nice and fresh stuff. So let's put a bit of it in, because for me, I always like a little overkill about this is concerned. Then we have green chilies. Now this looks like a lot, but once they are fried, it just gives a nice tang to it. So I'm putting all of it in. This is a bit. Then we have scrambled eggs. You just put, it's got no salt, no spices, it's just eggs whipped together and scrambled, and they sort of bind it together and gives that little pauses of lack of spice to give it a certain, stop the overwhelming of the senses. You put that in, put everything in. Then we have some garam masala. What will we Indians do without garam masala? I know it's overused, but sometimes it works well. And red chilies, and people who have watched me before know I go a little crazy with the red chilies, so I'll try to be nice today. And then we have some maida and besan. This acts like a binder, but it also, once it's being fried, gives it a certain kind of texture which makes the kebabs pop, for lack of any other word. And this is besan, and besans, we know pakoras how they taste, so this sort of adds a little zing to it. Now it's time for me to get my meditation on. So let me take my watch off because I'm going to get my hands dirty. Well, this seems to be almost done, and all I need to do is add some salt, which I will do now, and a bit more, and give it another mix. And just make sure that it's everywhere. It doesn't take much. Well, it's time for us to let it rest for a while, an hour hopefully. Time to work up our appetite, but Why do you need to do abs when you have kebabs? Well, it's been an hour. The kebab mix is ready, the oil is hot, and the boy is hungry and ready. So all we need to do is shape the kebabs and give them a fry. So what you do is you take a little bit of kebab mix in your hand and flatten it up. Remember chapli. Think of that little chappal or whatever slipper, rubber slipper as we have in India, which used to sort of be threatened with all the time. Make it nice and flat as you can go, and take some tomatoes and sprinkle them on top. Sprinkle them on top and sort of embed them, push them in so that they fry with the whole kebab. Yeah, and then just slide it in. Woo! It's time for us to bring it out. You take a napkin to soak up the extra oil. Switch off the gas. Let it drain a bit and turn it around. Woo! I love you. Well, it's that time. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Oh, it's nice and crunchy from the outside and soft from the inside. Make it